Reese Witherspoon obviously has produced this. She's doing such important work for women through what she's doing, women in film, but also the female audience watching it as well. What's she like? Is she on set? I mean, is she a producer who's there, you know, with you in Louisiana shooting this?
Yeah, she came to visit, which was really surreal and so cool. It was so cool to see her see the set, because I know particularly with Kaya's shack, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, that is lifted from my head.
Right.
So it was really cool to see her and see little Jojo, who plays little Kaya, who's just an incredible actor. So yeah, I agree. I think what Louise is doing with her production company is so important, and she really does want to support women and put them at the forefront of stories, and also, you know, celebrate them behind the camera as well and give them lead roles. So yeah, she's very cool.
What I wondered was, for you making this, was it a comfortable experience in terms of acting? I'm sure that's all fine, but the swamp, the marsh, is a character in the movie itself, and we get to see the version of it that you know the director decides to show us. But you have to live in the reality of it. What was that like for you? Are you good with bugs?
I'm not good with bugs at all. Unfortunately, I think that it's so beautiful, and Polly like captured that environment just perfectly. But when you're watching it, you don't also feel the intense humidity and the crazy thunder and lightning. And I mean, we had like days where we couldn't film because the water of the lagoon came up and flooded the set, and we had alligators in the water we were swimming in, and big mosquitoes. So it was definitely challenging. It was probably one of the most challenging shoots, just weather-wise, because we had to stop mid-scene often for thunder and lightning, and we'd have to go and like hide in the car while it passed.
And Carolina thunderstorms are no joke.
Have you experienced?
I've been in one, and it was terrifying. So
we were in Louisiana, but it's a similar environment, and like that, it was like your bed would shake.
Okay.
They were huge thunder and lightning storms.
We know you can do accents, like that's not an issue, but to get a specific dialect correct and authentic has to be difficult.
Yes, and for this one, well, I had a brilliant accent coach who was really helpful, who had a very clear idea of the particular version of the accent she wanted, because there's something about Kaya just as a character that is very gentle, or for me that's what I kind of read in her, that she's very gentle and kind of musical in her quality, I don't know, and I think there is that kind of lyricism to the accent. It's got a really lovely quality that I wanted to kind of get. So for me, actually, of all the American accents I've done, I found it the most easy, because you know, with an Irish sound, that you can walk 20 minutes up the road and have a very different dialect, that we don't really have you don't have a general Irish sound really, or a general English, but there is a general American, and I find that hard to kind of get because I can't hear the edges of it. Whereas this, you can really hear
you can
the
dive
sound.
Into a thing. Yeah. Playing a character that has been in people's minds, because it's a book, and again, we've done that before. But do you think that your role then is to kind of encapsulate the character of the book, or the tone of everything, to try and put that into the character?
I think that's the key, really. I think, and it's so, you know, what's so fun is it's such a collaboration filmmaking, and so it's fun for me coming to set and seeing how a set designer has imagined a location or the score, you know, the music of the book, which it's so fun to see all the different elements come together. And I think all you can hope for as a team is to try and leave an audience with the same feeling that they're left with when they put the book down. And I think also giving them a chance to see the characters from a different angle and offer, you know, because it's always going to be different. I've definitely learned that, and actually it's quite fun, because when you're reading a book, obviously you're in their head, so it's just fun to be able to see them, you know, from the outside, and takes all of us having a shared vision of what the story should look like.
I know what you mean.
Dermot and Dave.
Conversation, crack,
And the music you love.
Today FM.
It all happens here.
Today